Welcome to the podcast. How you doing, Roy?
Good. It's post Worlds. It's hot here. We had back to school night, so I've just been like watching wrestling and doing extra school stuff for like 3 days in a row.
Right. No way it's hot as the wrestling. Right on.
It's yeah. California weather makes you soft, so it's like it's like 85.
I understand. All right. Well, in our forever bid to become more and more professional, we're gonna go with an open today. We're gonna try this out. So, welcome back to the QuadR Wrestling Report. I'm your host Ralph Nyberg, alongside my brother Roy Nyberg. We are excited to talk all things wrestling. Ralph can be found at X at Ralph D. Nyberg, and Roy can be found at X at Roy_Nyberg. We stream live on YouTube and X. YouTube channel is at QuadR Podcast. Our email is quadrpodcast@gmail.com. Our podcast can be found on Spotify at QuadR Podcast. We can also be found on Instagram and TikTok to a lesser extent. Thanks for jumping in. Chat is always welcome. Don't be shy. Jump in that chat. All right. What do you got?
I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Got a little room for some sponsors in there, we'd like to thank. I feel like ASICS is like underrepresented in the podcast sponsor community. So maybe we need to reach out, get them to bring back the split soles.
Yeah,
QuadR split soles.
ASICS was the only thing.
Yeah, man. Some Dan Gables and
Yeah.
That was it.
I still got my Dan Gables.
Unless you had connections and you could get some Adidas, but there weren't a lot of options.
Yeah.
The old Foot Locker or whatever that place was. I think we remember. All right. Awesome. Welcome back, everybody. Roy's got a hard stop, so we should probably get right into the news. There's a lot happening and much to talk about. So let's go ahead and generate the deck. All right, let's do it. All right, so we got a new look. Let us know in the chat what you think. I know we're gonna experiment a little bit. I like this look. Seems to be a little bit cleaner, but we'll see.
More
we gotta wait for the fans to speak, right?
Exactly.
It's only right that we we're here to serve. We do this podcast for you. So awesome. Yeah, a big week. Lots of early mornings watching wrestling, falling in and out of sleep a little bit at some points, but it was a lot of fun, and that's awesome. Let me go ahead and actually transition to the new look. That's the problem. Sometimes as a producer, you forget that you didn't actually try. So let us know what you think of the new look here. Right. Now that you've actually had a chance to see it, that seems all right. Awesome. All right, so always like to start with the quote of the week. This week's quote of the week comes from Akan Yorev, maybe Russian world champion. I don't know. We should have messaged Jason Bryan or something and said, "Hey, how do we say this?"
Yeah,
that's your guy, man. He'd take care of you for sure. But I thought this was a very applicable because we just got through with the world championships, and probably a lot of wrestlers are going through and feeling a bit like this. So first of all, the quote itself is, "I have proved I am the best now." So right. So the cool thing, one of the pure things about wrestling is you can't blame the tight end for dropping the pass or that type of thing in wrestling. It ultimately is a mano event, right? And so, that's one of the great things about wrestling. So, in some respects, these people work really, really, really hard, and then they win, whether it's a 12-1 tech or a singlet pull or whatever.
But did he win at a non-Olympic weight?
Right.
In a year that Russia wasn't allowed to go. Well, I guess he's Russian, but
Yeah. Because there is a lot of that fan talk, right? But I feel like you're walking back to the locker room, whether you're Amazad or whether you're Schneider, You're like, I have proved I am the best now. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, so you get a right to say that.
You got
And
a right to say that. I feel, yeah. Maybe this is like a more of a discussion, but do you think the World Championships happen too often?
I guess we'll talk a little bit more about like some of the things
Yeah.
I didn't. I mean, there were certain things I felt that like some people just kind of like rolled up.
Great.
Well, guess we'll talk a little bit about that. But hey, you know what? You won, right? I mean, he's
You won
world
the
champ.
bracket.
He's
There was
proved.
a bracket there and you won it.
Yeah, so that's what's going on.
But at least it's not like jujitsu, man. Jujitsu is like, there's like, well, world championships in every county. You
Yeah, right.
know, I'm the world champion of Alameda County.
Right. Oh, but I like the quote because, like, yeah, you earn the right to think that. You earn the right to say that, and it doesn't matter who's in your bracket. If you won the world championship, you
Yeah.
put in a
You
lot of
proved it.
effort to get to that point, right? So why not?
You believed it and then you proved it.
Right. So cool. As always, if you want to be a guest, jump right in. I got this great new view. Look at that. We can add in. We got plenty of room. Let me see. I can transition right over to it a little bit for a second. Boom. There it is. Got a nice little window for you. We're ready for you. Just go ahead and message us, quadrapodcast@gmail.com, DM on Twitter or X. X will always work, right? Will people ever stop saying Twitter completely?
Now, I listen to some podcasts that don't never say X. They just gave up trying.
Mm-hmm. All right. Awesome. All right. So before we get into Worlds, there has been some real American freestyle news, right? So last week we talked about how RAF 2 was announced. We also talked about it was on the same date as a Penn State football game and that hotels were in excess of $800 a night if you could find one. So I won't say minutes or hours after we talked about this, but it had definitely
Within minutes.
Yeah, it was like somehow the ball got rolling and discussion started happening, and the next thing you know, it's now October 25th. So I think that the world can thank the QuadR podcast a little bit for helping them out and allowing them to
Right.
get to a much more affordable place for enjoying RAF 2. So, I mean,
And that RAF has its finger on the pulse of its fans.
yes, right.
Because we're communicating what's the word on the street. You know?
Yeah, that's true, right? We are, without a doubt, the pulse of the fan. All right. They also announced Paris Schneider. So that's an interesting matchup. And you now got a world champion returning.
Yeah.
Gonna walk out there with the belt on and all that, and like that makes that match even more exciting in a lot of ways. So and it'd be cool to see where Paris is at. Definitely.
And that match is at the unlimited weight class.
Unlimited, yeah. So you think Paris comes in at like 330? That would be
That could be interesting.
It could be.
And presumably the winner gets a shot at Wyatt, right?
Right. And they got to be licking their chops.
Yeah, after what they saw.
Yeah, right. I got that. And then the other match I just saw got announced. Tomasello RBY. I think that's a fun match. Again, interesting. You got a guy who's like just gonna hold position and push and tug and look for his high crotch, and another guy who likes to shoot from outside and has got really great counters and things like that. So I mean that's super super exciting. I think. I mean that'll be a fun match. I can't wait to see what else comes out on the card. But that's your RAF update. We got a new
It's already
date and time.
Already a great card.
What's that?
Then it's already a great card. I'm interested because it's at State College, which is Roman Bravo Young's alma mater. But will he be repping Mexico?
I was thinking about that too. Right?
Is because RAF? I think it might be fun if RAF has like a USA versus the world kind of vibe to it.
Oh yeah, I feel like that. I mean, and one of the girls came out with like full like Mexican, Indian, like
Yeah.
headgear and stuff in the first one. So like, yeah, no, definitely like, I don't know, mariachi or something, like at the band coming out and he's walking out behind them and like,
Right.
and big old hat, like the little balls hanging off it or whatever, man. That's that'd be tight, man. I totally agree though. I think what RAF needs, is it needs that to bring in that international flair. And we'll talk a little bit more about that and bit later on in the podcast and who we want to see pulled in to RAF. So all right, so this is kind of quick reactions. I thought we'd bounce back and forth, and so we'll each take a turn being the lead on this, and then we'll do the follow. So I guess we'll flip it so we don't know who's who. What color are you tonight?
Probably green.
Green. Ah, my choice, or am I? I guess I'll go first.
Okay.
Red it is. All right. So Team USA performance. Ooh, man, I don't want to get like mauled here. And I called out for a grade. So let me just justify a little bit. So we got less medals than last year. We got more golds than last year. We were competitive. I mean, we were, a lot of bronze opportunities. I really think that that's how it kind of shook out. Like the number of medals we set was 5.5.
Yep.
And that's how it came out, right? We scored 5 medals. Some people overperformed, some people underperformed. I'm gonna go with a C plus. I think that I was really disappointed on the bookends. I was really disappointed, not with Spencer per se, but I was disappointed with the result that Spencer got. I was disappointed with the result that Wyatt got. Other than Schneider.
What do you mean? What do you mean you're disappointed with the result, but not disappointed with Spencer? Did the tight end drop the pass? I mean, what are you talking about?
Well, what I'm talking about is that, I mean, it's a wrestling match. It's a wrestling match, and margins are tight, and he got in a hole, and like, I mean, it's really that one exchange. If you get one exchange that takes you down 4-0, you have to expose yourself to a lot more risk. You have to. There's no point in losing 5-0, 6-1. You got to go for it, right? I mean, like, so I don't mind. I mean, getting teched or whatever, like either of those guys. I mean, that's fine. I'd rather you get teched in the sense that means you're still trying to win. I mean, when the guys tighten it up and like just try to like not lose bad. I mean, I don't want to watch that. I mean, so the getting teched, but I just felt that. I felt that I really thought Spencer Lee had a really good shot of winning, and I mean to not make it to a medal match of any type was just disappointing. And then,
well, our longtime fans will also know that you could not talk AI out of predicting Spencer Lee to get gold,
no
matter how you change the variables.
Whatever parameters you push to the AI, it's like, nah, Spencer's got this. So I guess, maybe that was like my confidence was sky high, it wasn't for Wyatt, I'll say that like these international heavyweights are huge and they're good. And like you shoot legs on these international guys and it's it's risky. And so, but to not win a match, was a little disappointing. We did, obviously Schneider, I didn't know that he was ever going to get another title, but he did it, got it done. That was good. I thought, I would say that like PJ Duke and Jax and everybody, they performed about where you'd expect, potentially competing for a medal. Real Woods, I kind of thought, was going to get a medal. I mean, he's been wrestling so well this year. So, but I'd have been in that B range, except for those bookends, I think kind of pulled me down a little bit, because everybody else wrestled, about to their expectation or above it. Levi Haynes, obviously he did above expectation, so that's where I'm landing. I'm landing at C plus, and like I'm a hard grader. And Zahid, what he did was phenomenal. Like, I guess we can talk more about that. But so, what about you, Team USA performance? Where are you at?
I'm gonna go better than that. I'm gonna go B plus.
Ooh,
just because we had so many people who were there for the first time. Jax Forrest he got to experience what it was like to win the bronze medal for about 30 seconds.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
odd. I
and
guess
then
we'll go with odd on that for sure.
the he left no doubt. Because there was doubt before. How's he going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And he ran right through everyone. He gave up no points, although he did give out a step out that was white paddled.
Mm-hmm.
It was close, but he gave up no points. Idly winning, I don't think anybody. I mean, everyone said, "Oh, he could," but it's just like one of those things you say. Um, if he didn't place, that would have been like probably more people would have bet that he didn't place than make the final.
We can.
So like I did well, and just considering that so much of the team was there for the first time, um, I'm going to go B plus. Yeah, the only reason it's not an A, truthfully, Wyatt, I wasn't totally expecting to place, but I guess Spencer reaching the finals would have been like an A. Everything else was like kind of. I think almost everybody did above. Did above.
Well, you're the teacher. Oh, we'll default to you. You're okay. You get to go first on the 2028 thoughts. So, tell me about 2028. Doesn't need to be USA. It could be world. What did that tell you about 2028?
2028 is a long way away. Like
Hmm.
we got. I like that this team's like young. That it isn't like the same names, because people like Snyder's held down that weight for a long time. Burroughs and Dake and Taylor, and we just had a lot of people who had a really long career at the senior level, which was not the norm a long time ago because
Right.
you couldn't make any money doing it. You do your one Olympics and then go get a real job. But now you can actually be a professional athlete. So yeah, I feel great about 2028. It'll be in LA, so I might go.
Oh yeah.
Pretty.
Well, you have to
Uh,
get your press credential.
yeah,
Heck yeah,
we won't
man.
even have to ask. We won't even have to ask by then.
You're right. Yeah.
But it'll yeah, I mean I feel great. There's so many good guys. It's always tough in the Olympic years because they take out some of those weights. You get like world medalists competing for their spot on Team USA. I'm
Yeah.
sure that's going to happen again. So we'll see.
Yeah. I mean, my vibe. I mean, like, RA still looks really, really good. So I feel
Yeah,
like, I think Zahid's put himself, right there. It's like, hey, I'm here. I'm here to win a gold in LA, for sure.
yeah,
I thought that, I mean, if Amazon can make weight effectively, that guy, ooh. Um,
yeah,
Japan still appears to be really, really good.
yeah, yeah.
And so those are my basic takeaways. I mean, like I guess I'm a little bit more. I mean, because like the way domestically Spencer ran through everybody, you know,
Yeah.
and like it's really hard for those. I mean, Lilladal's just may keep growing. I mean, like he's young, so he could potentially grow out of the weight. I think 65 for the U.S. is going to be nuts. I mean, Forrest, Blaze, Real Wood. I mean, Jesse Mendez. I mean, I like Olympic trials for 65 and getting into the hybrid final X or whatever is going to be huge. I mean, if you can medal at 65 the year before the Olympics and not have to go through all those guys, it's going to be
Yeah, yeah.
that's going to be like huge. So really like, I started thinking about the depth and like, so I mean, Zahid's going to have to go through Jake and Carter probably next year, right? Just to get back, or just one of
Still, I
them, right?
mean,
Oh, just one because it'll be Final X, right? So, but I mean,
yeah.
he's gonna have it,
But we remember when we saw the Dake Zahid match,
right?
and some of the talk was like, oh, maybe Dake's losing a step, or he's not growing into the weight as much as he'd like, or whatever. But now that you just see Zahid just run through the world bracket the way
Right?
he did, that makes that match feel different.
Yeah,
That Dake is like right there.
like the Haynes match where like they said, oh, he went to that ranking series and lost to that guy from Greece who's like, kind of good, but you really got to beat that guy if you want to win a medal. And then kid from Greece is now saying, I am best in world. I have proven I am best in world. So like, right. I mean, some of that stuff is right misleading until you get later context for sure. But Yeah. So you're up. Or I'm up.
Yeah, you're up.
I'm up.
I did 2028 thoughts.
Oh, okay. So I got Spencer Lee. I'm a fan. I don't. Yeah, I feel like he's really ahead of a lot of people. I mean, or I should say, domestically, he is by far the best option at that weight. I don't think he was very challenged in making the team. I don't really see anybody out there who. I mean, there's potential with Lilladal and things like that, and there's some guys out there who, could push him a little bit. But I mean, from what we've seen so far, he is just better than them. The I don't know much to glean from the match except that like you have to adjust strategies. I mean, that guy, the big 61 who came down to 57, and like he muscled them up. I mean, what else to say? But like just it was longer and stronger, or at least from a lever standpoint. And like Spencer's going to need to, I think, watch some film and adjust. But I mean, that's what you do in wrestling, right? So I still think that he's one of the top guys in the world at that weight. I think that he's not going to grow out of that weight, and so some of these other people may. So I don't know. I'm not going to say. I mean, you can't not say stock down. If everybody in the world thought he was going to win, and then he didn't, right? But
Right.
I'm not selling.
You're not selling.
I may be buying a little bit in the dip, but I do want to. I think we need to see a medal next year, or I'm going to get a little scared.
I will sell you all of mine. I'll sell you all of my Spencer Lee stock.
Oh man,
it's the same thing in college, man. Like they just get through the first period. Once people figured out, like, oh, if you can just not get teched in the first period, he's a totally different wrestler. And I feel like he's just somebody that once scouts figured him out, like you said, he's not been the one that adjusts and beats people who beat him previously. He's the guy that once you figure him out, you beat him every time.
Yeah, I don't.
Let me say that.
Disagree about the. He needs to
like Ramo
manage some cardio or something to get more better at the. So okay, I guess like taking that in context, like because he's not going to come back well, right? I mean that's the thing. Like if you get a lead on Spencer Lee, he tends to have less energy as the match goes, right? So like he struggles to come back, in my opinion. I would say that that's accurate. So, all right, you're up then, Team Japan. What'd you think?
Every match I watched, I liked watching them. How'd they do? What place did they come in?
They took third. They
came in third.
Going into Schneider, the last day, if the U.S. lost every match and Japan won out, they would have won by 1. But then they didn't win 65. They did win their bronze medal match, but then the U.S. won, obviously, the gold medal match, and Rio ripped through repechage and got the bronze. So they were mathematically eliminated on the last day. Took third.
And they had 2 of their studs not there, right?
Yeah, they didn't send Higuchi, or they didn't, and Masa.
Oh no.
Yeah.
So good for them. I mean, Japan is such a hard country to get a read on. They do this with the women too, is they'll send like kind of the B team to the world sometimes.
Right.
And they always show up for the Olympics. So they took third with, looks like most of their starters there, but not all their starters there. So that's kind of hard to give them a grade, because I feel like they're like playing 5D chess, and I'm only like playing checkers.
Yeah.
How am I grading them? But they looked good. They looked good.
Yeah.
Aoyagi, the highlights with Muzukaya, but just overall every match I saw, he looked
good.
Great.
He's tough. So I wonder where he's going to go.
Right.
I mean, does he go up or down? Because he's got a gold medalist basically in both directions. And and he's gold medal level guy. I mean, so yeah, they still look good. They still look deep. Definitely.
But anyway, I'll give them like since I'm giving them a grade, I'll say B+ for them too.
All right.
I think they accomplished what they wanted to accomplish.
Yeah, I mean, they made the 86 final. That guy, I
Yeah.
mean, I didn't see that coming. I mean, he got whomped, but he made the final.
It looked like he was trying out for RAF when he was like,
Yeah.
he did aggressive, but I will beat you
Yeah.
tomorrow or whatever he
I
said.
loved it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, oh,
Yeah, me too.
he's quick. Yeah. He was like, yeah, he's quick. He's aggressive. I will win. Yeah, that was a great, kind of,
Yeah.
yeah, that's fun. So fitness injury time. So there was, I think that Christian Powell's mentioned before that in the referees meeting, they said we are taking faking injuries very seriously. And like nobody I mean, I think Chael chipped in. He's like, yeah, whatever. Like, but from what I can remember, there was not a lot of egregious injury stuff. Or maybe it was just so horrible at U20s that you know what I mean? Like anything would be better. But like um I was never like anti like injury or something is kind of funny or something. It's like flopping, but not having it was way better. I am now anti like fake injury time because like without it was a much better tournament. I mean, everybody else was right. I was wrong. Like that was, reducing the quality of the product in a significant way. So I will admit that like after that, and also I guess I wanted to like note like the fitness level, like especially like the Russians.
Yeah.
I mean, they look like they just like shed 20 pounds in the sauna the day before. Just like they had no fitness level. I mean, it is true, I guess, that like to some countries, like it is about the Olympics, I mean, and like it's not an Olympic year. It's like, I mean, USA is like all gas all the time. I feel like,
Right.
and like we're always like trying to be very, very competitive. But like you say, like, I mean, Japan has like, I mean, 57 pounder not wanting to cut down, I get, but like, you got a 61 pounder who's defending world champion who basically teched his way through worlds and like, yeah, I'm skipping. I mean, like you would not see that unless there was an injury for a U.S. wrestler, right? And so, and like I hate giving that as an excuse, right? Or that like saying, oh, we did better because we're in better shape, because that's true always. But I did feel like that some of these like world champions and people who just did not look like they were peaked. I don't know. What did you think?
Yeah, I agree that you can't. Some countries, especially like Japan and Russia, I feel like don't show up to Worlds with the goal of winning. If you want to win every match, but they definitely aren't training for that.
Right.
They definitely care about the Olympics. And the Olympics is their top thing. I remember Sadulayev had some quote. They were trying to like get him to wrestle in more ranking series events or whatever. Like you're the biggest name in our sport. Why don't you like help out the sport? And he's like, I just care about the Olympics.
Yeah, he's like,
that's it. Then he wrestles like what 2 international matches a year, non-Olympic years, if even.
Yeah.
So it's hard. It's hard to like rate the countries because some of them are kind of treating this like a practice.
Yeah, it's right. It's interesting. But it was, I mean, either way, it was nice to see getting to the top of the podium, after not getting any golds last year. So, People's Republic of Korea, what do you think?
Oh, I loved it.
That was that 57. That was my favorite guy, I think, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he went for it. He's lat dropping, he's arm spinning, he's he's just throwing bombs, dude. He's like all nukes all the time. And like,
right?
Yeah. Like, it's so cool to watch a guy go out there and prove, because all these wrestlers are so conservative, and they go, like Levi, especially like Levi is a phenomenal wrestler, but he just hand fight. And he's like, I'm going to win that one exchange late in the second. And like, silver medalist, so you can't argue with the strategy. but it's just cool to see this guy go out there and be like, I'm just throwing nukes.
Yeah.
I'm throwing nukes from the jump. You better be ready. And he's got a gold medal. You know what I mean? Like, so he
Yep.
proved that, like, hey, you don't have to wrestle that, slow it down, hand fight, one exchange type of style. It's like, just go out there and like do it, and like, so it's really fun when some guy like, you know, is willing to, has that high risk tolerance and just goes out and like, especially when nobody knows who the heck he is, right? Like, I mean,
Yeah, that's like the North Korea. They don't go every year.
right. But if
So when they send guys though, they're almost always really good, and it's such a like mystery how they got good. They didn't go
right,
to like really any international tournaments.
mm-hmm.
The media isn't even allowed in North Korea, so we can't even like watch.
Right,
We don't even know where they practice.
right. Do they train? Do they train in China? Do like they just?
China's not that good.
I know, right? Well, maybe Dagestan. I mean, there's some.
Russia, they border Russia.
Yeah, right.
Who knows? Right? Who knows? It's anybody's guess. That's part of the fun of like
Right.
when North Korea shows up because you know they're going to be good.
Yeah.
And you might never see that guy again.
Right.
Not even at 2028. Just gone.
Yeah, but good and fun. I mean, that was the thing.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, just fun, and the girls too. I mean, the girls are crushing it.
Yeah.
They're like in second, and like, and just, I mean, not threatening Japan, but definitely beating Japan in matches, and like, making finals, and like, so I think right, the world wrestling scene is better and more fun when like North Korea has a solid contingent of like people you've never heard of that just come out and like go for it. So yeah, super fun stuff. Yeah, I'm glad they did well. It was fun to watch, and I hope that that's a harbinger of things to come. I mean, like, it's another, I mean, Asians must be like, when you talk about continentals, freaking hard is it to win Asians, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Japan, North Korea, South Korea, China, Iran. Like,
Iran goes to Asians?
I think they go to Asians. Where else would they go? India too, probably. Yeah, India's at Asians too.
India would be there.
Yeah, I mean, that's compared to like Pan Am's.
Yeah.
You got 8 killers at every weight in Asians, right? And then like Pan Am's, where you got like 3 Americans at every weight, right? Basically.
And Russia goes to Euros, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right.
More Russia and Asia than Europe.
Yeah.
You could justify.
All right. So here is our Pick'em results. Are you there?
I'm here. Yep.
Okay, yeah. It's my headphones. I need
Okay.
a new cord. All right. So this was you versus the AI, right? I can bring this up here. Let people transition over the full screen for a sec. So anyway, just to kind of look at how people did. So USA placement, most people were right. USA was not the champion. Most people were right when they bet against the US in total medal count. So like most people were right betting on Iran as the champion, and they really walked away with it. I mean, they destroyed. Which Team Iran medals. It was weird that everybody thought Iran would win, but nobody thought they would get more than 5 medals, and they got like 8. And I don't know. I don't know how like logically like that works. Or something.
A tighter team race.
Anyway,
people were.
Everybody bet on Japan to do better than 4th. Everybody bet on Japan to win more than 4 medals, and everybody was right, or more than 3 medals. Excuse me. People did not believe Spencer Lee was not going to win. Well, somebody did, but not many. Rio Woods, most people thought he would miss the podium. He did not. TJ Duke, most people thought he would miss, and he did. David Carr, most people thought he would be on the podium, and he did, in fact, miss. Levi Haynes, not many people have much faith in Levi. Levi proved them wrong. So only one person, and I'm not going to call you out. Maybe it was me. I didn't check. Didn't think Zahid was going to be a finalist. Hidley, he had more people had confidence in him winning a medal than not. So he proved right. Schneider is a finalist. Most people thought not, but that's always tricky because there's good people in that bracket and people who don't show up
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So that's a challenge. Only one person who didn't think Wyatt would be fifth or better. So he had a lot of that momentum rolling through.
Great American
I'm a
hero.
little surprised that like Amuzad, only two people, or not that many people thought Amuzad would win. After watching him wrestle, you're like, what's wrong with people? But yeah. But
Iran is another
Kyoka beat him
country
last
that,
year, right? I mean, so like,
yes, sometimes they show up to Worlds like locked in because like they just feel like as a country they need to get their like mojo back, and sometimes they take Worlds off too. And so this year they showed up.
So most people didn't believe in Cody to be a finalist, and he in fact was not. Everybody in the world thought Zari was going to be champion, and their confidence was paid back. I don't know how Gassapur got to be like fifth or better. So everyone like won that easy money from the dumb AI. Aogi finishing as a finalist. Most people believe that was the case, and it was. Most people believe that Ioka would be a finalist. He was. Most people believe that Suda would walk away with the medal, and he did not. So that was one of the disappointments for Japan, right? That like he was like hyped up as potentially the guy to medal, and Ishiguro fifth or better. He did. Most people did not believe in him. Finalist Yoshida fifth or better, won a bronze up at 97. Guev as a finalist. Most people thought that would happen, and man, well, a lot of Russians looked like they weren't in shape. He looked like a legit killer. Didikov, actually, more people thought that he would not be the champion. In fact, was not. Took a bronze. And Kadi didn't have a good tournament, but most people believe that he wasn't going to be a finalist. So yeah. Interesting. In terms of results, I guess I don't want to I'm not going to expose email addresses right here. But Roy, and so you lost by one.
Yeah.
So the the same winner as the odds contest we ran earlier. So we our Google form winner is consistently good. But that was David Eli, right?
I believe, yeah. I took a silver.
Yep, you did. Anyway, interesting, cool.
Thanks for participating.
Yep, absolutely. Thank you, everyone. All right. So yeah, just bouncing around a little bit. I don't want to talk about every weight, obviously. There's plenty to talk about, but just to kind of jump in and like thoughts. So 57, obviously the North Korean kid was the story in my mind. I mean,
yeah,
super fun. Spencer was obviously a big story as well. But and the world's good, and I thought, I mean, good wrestling. Same thing. 61. Jax looked good. Wrestled well.
Yep.
There's beat Suda. I mean,
yeah, that match. I mean, that bronze medal match. That was something, right? So if you don't know, he was winning, and then he was losing, and there was a singlet pull, and the ref just called like a warning and don't pull the singlet anymore. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be a point. Although it says in the rules it's a point if you stopped the person from scoring.
Right.
So I think they were like calling it like during the hand fight or something. But then they gave another warning and a point to Jax, which gave him the criteria win, and the clock ran out, and he's literally celebrating on the mat. And they throw a YOLO challenge, which you never see a YOLO challenge work, but in this case, it worked. And I forget exactly what what the call even was, but it was just I was just so caught up in the thing. And so they put 3 seconds back on the clock. Oh, well, heartbreaking, because that rush you get of like, I did it, I won, the medal and the emotions, and you hug your coach and everything, and then they tell you like you got to go out and wrestle three more seconds. That's like
you got to get on back out there, son.
That's the worst.
So I'm pretty anti like, oh, the refs got that wrong, even though obviously there is some element of like international like corruption. There's some element of interpretation, but these people are like, it is what they do for a living, right? And so like to say that signet pull was, preventing an offensive score. I mean, they were standing, right? I felt that was a bit of a possibly I don't know. I mean, you have to live with the decision, and if you're going to be in that tight situation, like some decisions are going to go your way, some decisions are. I mean, it's like he wrestled well.
No, I don't even want to like get into like whether the refs did it right or not. It's just like as a wrestler,
right?
Like if the clock runs out and you're like on the scoreboard, it says you won, and you're slapping the mat, and you're like, when am I going to show my girlfriend my bronze medal? That kind of, and then they're like, nope, you got to wrestle 3 more seconds. Like, man, that's tough. That's tough.
Yeah, that is kind of brutal for sure. Definitely. But I mean, beating Japan was like, I think big there.
Yeah.
We did pretty good head to head, right? So.
Even against the Guyev, I mean, he was winning after he scored first anyway. Mm-hmm. It wasn't a close match, but he's looking great for 2028.
Yeah, up at 65, which again just gets so crowded. I mean,
and Real Woods. Real Woods medaled at 65. I think I was reading that was our first medal at 65 in 20 years or something.
Yeah, something crazy.
Yeah. For whatever reason, because it's always felt like our murderers row domestically to get on the team, and the rest of the world's really, really good. Our murderers row wouldn't be murderers row for them,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of crazy, right? For sure. So I mean, speaking of that 65, Amizad is the class of that weight class right now. I mean, there is like no debating that. And man, he just ripped through Kyuka in the final. I mean, just destroyed him. So like that was super impressive. But I think Real's, he's wrestling with confidence. He's like just getting better, and like I feel he is a genuine. I mean, there's a big gap to make up right now, obviously with him and Amizad. But like, right now. I think he's gonna be our rep in LA.
TBD,
but it is.
But Cliff Keen seems to do like really good things with these freestyle athletes.
Yeah, right. For sure. 70. Well, there's some madness, but we'll kind of sit on the 70 madness for now, right? But that was a good weight. I mean, the again, the Japanese wrestler pretty much dominated the weight class. 74, got to see a lot of great wrestlers. Carr got a lot of chances to wrestle some really, really good wrestlers. So I thought that like certainly some big experience for him. Yeah. And he's the kind of guy who does do a lot better the second time he wrestles guys, right? So like for him to be able to get in there with those guys and really compete and almost win, it was really kind of sad to see Aliyev go down in the final. So looked like he blew everything possible out of his knee in that match. So he'd beaten Sidakov at Worlds, he beat Sidakov at Euros. It was a really, really good wrestler, and like that injury looked pretty bad. So it's sad to see that for sure. But he didn't medal, but you feel like David Carr's trajectory, if he stays healthy, is in a good spot. he'll be pushed, right? You've got Messon Brink, you've got some guys domestically that are also gonna, bring it. Uh, what about any of these weights? What do you think of the way 97 played out? It's pretty much chalk, right?
97.
So that was Snyder.
Well, Snyder winning.
Well, I mean, chalk till the end, right? So the final four was pretty
yeah.
predictable,
But Snyder, he won most of his world titles a long time ago. So it was like, I felt like it was like easy money to be like, he's going to get bronze or fifth.
Yeah.
Maybe silver, but I did not expect him to win.
I'll be honest, right? I didn't either.
Yeah. So very impressive. Very impressive. Keeping that motivation, as long as he has, because he's got an Olympic gold. He could retire whenever he wants and be like, I was an Olympic and world champion.
Right.
But he's still grinding, and so
yeah, and he peaked well. I mean, like, Yoshida had beaten him earlier in the year, and he just smoked him. I mean, like, you were like, oh, Snyder's here to compete, and like got some get backs on the Iranian. He's 0-2 against him going in that match. So yeah, he looks like he's ready to compete and ready to challenge. So that can only be good.
And Zahid.
Yep. Just gonna say.
Just to change, Zahid, it looked amazing. The Olympics in LA. He went to St. John Bosco, which is right out. It's like a 20-minute drive from LA.
Yeah, nice.
So that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Cool story.
Yeah, for sure. What about Hidley? You go up or down? What do you think?
He goes up, to be honest.
Yeah, I was listening on a podcast today, and like originally the guy was like, might go down, but then like they were like, no, probably up. I think so.
Yeah, I think Snyder. He proved me wrong. I thought his trajectory was like going down. He's still decently young. We forget that he won his Olympic, I think, when he was 18 or something.
Yeah. Yeah, so
he's not old. But I just feel like 86 is like, man.
Yeah, you got to go middle in either direction. I think that, like, also, Schneider has dominated domestically like crazy. So it's hard for me. But he's not tall. He's not huge. Like, right. I feel like Hidley, his squattiness, I think that length would probably be worth. Zahid's probably longer, I feel like.
I feel like Zahid would be way too much trouble.
Yeah, that's my general opinion too. Yeah, there's like
but even Dake would be too much trouble.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm. So yeah, 90. I don't. Yeah, you only got one final boss if you go up to. Well, obviously we don't know what Aaron Brooks' situation is.
Brooks.
Because if you've got Brooks,
Strachey.
He can be at 97 though. He'll probably be at 86, I think.
Brooks?
No, Strachey. Brooks will for sure be at 97.
Oh yeah. Strachey will be 86.
And I'm excited for the heavyweights, like the heavyweights coming back and challenging Wyatt. I mean, you got what? You got Paris coming back. You always got to say Gable just in case. AJ, Younger, Bastida, Trent Hilger is getting better, so sometimes people just keep getting better, right? I mean, like, I don't know.
Yeah, that happened.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fun stuff going down. I mean, I think that heavyweight domestically, that competition for LA is going to be like intense. And then Kirk, I forgot about Kirk Fleet. I mean, he's out there too, right? And so that should be cool.
And there might be some like 17-year-old you haven't heard of yet. I think it's going to be really interesting who we send at heavyweight.
Mm-hmm. And then, Haynes, you think Haynes goes up or down? He's got to go down, right?
Yeah.
Just eat less cows.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all. All right. So this is a little fun. This is after watching Senior Worlds, thinking about like what international guys do you want to see make their way over to Real American Freestyle. Who should Izzy and Willie be out there recruiting? And like, so one list for each, but I'll go first. You got to get Chong Song Han of the
Yeah.
People's Republic. I mean, you can imagine what you can do with that, right? You could have like get Trump there with like a little Rocket Man shirt on, you know, and like Johnny Hill like on the jumbotron, like watching, and then
Right.
like, and then at the end, like when he wins the title, and then like, and then he defects. I'm
Ooh.
never leaving America, and then like he runs around the flag. Like, I mean, like I don't know, you got to lean in a little
Wow,
bit,
man,
man.
those
But like,
those North Koreans,
yeah, they're loyal.
they're loyal, man.
Hmm.
He would go right back home.
Yeah, right. He'd be like, no, I only want one sandwich. uh Aguyev looks, I mean, and like again, like it's pro wrestling, right? So you want people who
Right.
are entertaining and fun to watch, right? I mean, like,
Yeah,
so
he was
I mean,
great.
Aguyev look, I mean, obviously Chong Song was just throwing nukes the whole time. He was super exciting to watch. Aguyev um was like super exciting, super powerful. Same thing with Amazad. I
Yeah.
mean, like just the way he would like, you know, just beat people up with just his physicality was like, I mean, it's fun to watch. And like, and I think it plays well to and again, you know, Iran, that's, you got, you know, you can go all the way back to the Iron Sheik, man. You know, the
Yeah.
Iranian heel in pro wrestling and the way he can start dancing, you know, how he does his thing, you know, just like after he wins, like, oh man, there's like lots of potential there. Ochir,
Yeah.
I mean, I just like just from a wrestling stuff, you get like Ochir and like Austin Gomez,
Yep.
you know what I mean? Like just going at it and like throwing bombs and like that could be like that could be a lot of fun. And then I guess Taz, just because everybody says he's the best. I mean, he didn't win this time though, right? So that was my list. What do you got?
I want to see Sidikov. He's the American Slayer. He beat Carr. He beat Dake. He beat Burroughs. I think somebody said the only American that has beaten him is Brent Metcalf.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah.
that would be a cool matchup to have Sidikov versus Metcalf.
Come on, man. I don't want to see that. That calf's too far from its competitive days.
Well, it'd be like the Drago versus Apollo, and then like somebody has to like, come on, we're not gonna let it
Like,
leave it at that, man.
he dies, he dies. Like,
Exactly.
okay.
Musikayev, I'm not necessarily thinking like we need to get like the world champion at every weight, just the
I
guys
agree.
that are like
Right.
super fun to watch. We'll have to talk to him about like throwing elbows and punches,
Or not. Like,
or not.
right? That could be a thing. It didn't look like he was very good at it. Like,
Yeah,
he wasn't inflicting any damage. So
yeah.
there is that. And then who's your ultra heavyweight?
Well, that's when they said that the heavyweight is an unlimited weight class, but then they had that guy from Egypt who's only like 195 pounds or something.
Yeah, right.
Like I want to see like a 300-pound guy out there.
Bring back the big boys, huh?
Exactly. I mean, why is it unlimited if we're not exploring that?
I'm 100% that like, but so where do you find a 400-pound guy who can wrestle? Since they,
I don't know, sumo wrestler.
yeah, right. I don't know. I think there's a lot of. I mean, I agree with you that like bringing like international competitors and like especially since it is called Real American Freestyle and like so it's it'd be a big get, but you don't want I mean, obviously you got to like manage it. You don't want the entire Iranian team being all your champions or something, right?
Right.
You gotta like, so a guy like Musakayev, like he's fun, and
Yeah.
like, and not a really probably at this
I
point.
mean, he wasn't at UWW, but even someone like Frank Chamizo
Yeah,
would be like like a cool get.
Right. All right. Well, there's some claw news finally. You know, they kind of like disappeared a little bit after the draft. They weren't as uh, out there.
Yeah.
But I mean, uh, they were trickling news out. So a couple things. They partnered with Madness for a fantasy league. So that's cool. Got that going on. I've completed my roster. This is going to be our weekly wager this week. So make
Okay.
sure you go out and draft your squad. So it's a point system, like you get $1,000, and then people like Dane Rutherford are relatively expensive, and
Okay.
others are not. So you know, so there's some strategy there, right? In terms of like
Yep.
big hitters and uh, what if you draft, you spend a couple $100, 20% a year, 20% plus on Zane, and then he gets hurt, or so
Right.
things to think about. But I'll let you go check that out, and that's exciting. My roster's complete. I've got the schedule. That's not the schedule. What did I do? How did I do that? Let's see if I can do this.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm Google searching. It's on
Right.
here. Um,
They're not the first hit when you type claw wrestle in the schedule though.
all right.
You got to work on that.
Gotta work on that SEO. They need a web guy. All
Yeah.
right, so here's the schedule. Looks like opening week October 28th. So that's like right after RAF, right? So, and like still a little bit before the season. So scratch your wrestling itch. October 28th and 29th. And then rival week is November 4th and 5th. So it's pretty condensed season. I think that well, that's cool. I think they're doing one free night streaming and then one with their total access package. So excited. Maybe get some watch parties going. So
Yeah.
definitely glad to see them putting a little bit more out there. And then so I feel like pro wrestling was a gateway drug for like a lot of people getting into wrestling.
Right.
Right? You know what I mean? Like I would say it was Jake Rocholder. Some interview I was listening to today on my way to work, and some old podcast popped in, and but he's like, "Yes, watch pro wrestling." And then I said, "I'm signing up for wrestling." He's like in kindergarten or whatever. You know what I mean? But like,
Yeah. Yeah.
so I mean, the a lot of people started wrestling because of pro wrestling, right? And so this would be a great opportunity to honor the great Baron von Raschke for the opening event. And so I know that he's alive, at least according to Wikipedia. So that's
Right.
good. He's 85. He is a former Nebraska 3-year letterman for the Cornhuskers in wrestling. He is a Big 8 champion at heavyweight. He is a bronze medalist at the 63 World Championships. So like he's a legit wrestler. And in terms of the claw, there's really he is the Baron, right? The
Yeah.
claw is there, and like so. Uh, well, him and Von Erich's not with us anymore, so like this is the claw.
Yeah.
So it would be kind of cool if he like announced the teams or something at the first meet. This is just a little like uh, just an idea I'm throwing out there.
Yep.
Any you claw folks out there listening, make some inquiries, see what the Baron's up to these days. And James Donald Raschke. Uh, that would be fun. But yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, it is really very much lots of people who started wrestling because of pro wrestling. It'd be a nice little, this is a new pro wrestling league. So kind of a little bit of a play there. But I always enjoyed the Baron, the old AWA days and the Channel 26 in Chicago growing up. So anyway, make it happen. We need the Baron. Weekly wagers, we split. You won the Google form, I won the total medal count. So
Okay.
6-4. Madness. The Claw Madness will be our weekly wager. So that one's not going to like resolve for a while. It'll be out there on the board. I mean, there is still a lot of like opportunity for you to come back. I don't want you to be depressed. All this blue out here is, waiting for to be determined. So
Yeah. Well, I'm dominating the Google forms. We need more of
you
that.
are more Google forms. All right,
No,
cool.
no more Google forms.
So you got a hard stop. So let's kind of talk about the best of social. One of my favorite sections.
All right.
So a couple quick hitters like Johnny DeJulius. Like, so they're starting a new IMG starting wrestling. That's one of these like sports academies, like basically like a high
Okay.
school just for athletes. And then there was like a post that he took a job as a coach, and then he's like, fake. I just thought it was funny. No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Wrestling Twitter is kind of a small place, but it's just kind of funny.
Yeah.
I didn't take a job there. It's like just hilarious. Probably getting all these texts. Congratulations, right? And what did I do here? Oh, you want to work for USA Wrestling? They need a communications coordinator, a social media coordinator. So just wanted to get that out there. If you're watching this podcast, then you probably really like wrestling, and
Yeah.
USA Wrestling has an opportunity. So that's a cool thing. What did Minio say that got my attention? Oh, Spencer needs a change of scenery. I mean, this has been kind of beat up online and stuff like that, and I just feel like, I don't know. I don't know. But this is like valuable public debate in my mind. So, I mean, it's really, I'm not that close to the situation. I don't claim to
Right.
be.
Like we would know, but it does seem that he gets scouted, as I mentioned earlier, and once you've like figured out the puzzle, he doesn't respond.
Yeah. And I mean, I think that like Zahid moved, and like his gas tank appears to be better. I mean, there's been, whether that's a change in his training, change in his like peaking, periodization, whatever it happens to be, he looked like his best self.
Yep.
Zahid at the World Championships. And so maybe there is someone who uh could take Spencer further. But he has a lot of trust and faith in his coaches, and like, I mean, they've been together a long time, right? And so,
Yep.
I don't know. It's a little bit different, I think, than Zahid moving or something when, Sunkiss was like collapsing around him, right? Like,
Right. So he has always been moving around, I think.
mm-hmm.
Like sometimes training in California, sometimes training in Arizona. Spencer's been in Iowa a long time.
Right. And then Muzakayev, we got two here, but like,
what's your theory on? Well, let's watch it first.
Okay.
All right. So he's trying to work on top. Something's going on with the hands there.
Yeah.
There's the first elbow, second elbow. There's left cross, right cross.
Right. So my thought, I don't know. I mean, the Japan guy was doing something that was bothering him significantly, right? Now, whether it was illegal or not, I don't know. Right? But he definitely didn't like what was going down. But so they let him continue the match. I mean, this is great. I mean, what is wrong with like so they let him continue the match, and then he's not done.
He's not done.
So then he just takes it up to the locker room, and they.
Yeah. This is straight RAF, man.
Yeah, right. That is real American freestyle at its best, right? Like, so, I mean, and then he still got to freaking go through repechage after that. Like, punches the guy 4 times, throws 2 elbows. I keep wrestling. Attacks the dude in the locker room after the match. Come on back tomorrow. How's your weight look? I don't like what. All right, so there's that.
But you should have a Musakayev 3 because I think they took a picture together at the end of the whole thing.
Oh, did they? Oh, I didn't.
Yeah, both smiling, and it said we made up.
Yeah, well, I mean the Japanese wrestler didn't seem like he was ever like fearful, or he's like, what is this?
Right.
I have to concentrate on winning my gold medal. So ASU got an influx. Was this the new Sunkist? So NCAA Olympic sports, good news. Arizona State announced collaboration with Southwest Wrestling Club, dynamic for profit organization. So um, looks like there's a an influx of funding and RTC. And again, nice to see these things. Nice to see money going into programs as opposed to athletes specifically and things like that. So obviously that's a good thing for the sport. The sport of wrestling's better when ASU's an option and wrestling at a high level. So cool that they got some good things going on down there.
Yeah.
Yep.
You have Bo Nickel here?
Yeah, Bo's got a fight coming up. I'm gonna go to the merch.
Okay.
Yeah, you like this? So,
Are we skipping Bo? Or
nah,
not?
we'll go back to Bo. But
Okay.
so this is from wrestling merch. The Oklahoma State Cowboys is definition of greatness. To embody that, we create T-shirts that honor that by putting some names on shirts. Order here. Yojo and Kenny and John W. and Kendall. I feel like some of this merch stuff is like coming from parody accounts. Sorry, all you OSU fans out there in the audience, but what are we talking about here? I don't know where to go except that I got my shirt. You like it? Got my Wrestle Madness shirt. Yeah. Locked in, man. Yeah, for sure. I dig that shirt. All right, Bo, our guy Bo, signed his contract.
So. Right. Taking his own glamour shot.
Yeah. That's pretty solid. Much better than the outfit he wore to RAF.
Yeah.
Definitely like. I mean, I like that pick actually. And like,
it's a good pick. It's a good pick. And I don't know, it just feels like he likes wrestling more than he likes MMA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That you could just tell, like, when he's wrestling, that he likes it.
Yeah.
And when he fights, I don't know, he looks awkward and kind of clumsy, and like he's doing this because he's supposed to be doing it or something. I don't know. That's just the vibe I get.
Yeah, I think and he definitely doesn't like getting hit.
Right.
The 2026 U23 Worlds in Vegas, Senior Pan Ams in Iowa. So, throwing that out there. I mean, I wish Pan Ams was just a more competitive tournament, right. But it is what it is, I guess. So what do we got here? Mike Myers back? Oh.
Yeah, Carter Strachey. That Zahid looked very solid. Wrestled great both days. Congratulations.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when Piles was like, my picks for tonight. Like, it looked very solid.
Yeah, right.
When you outscored everyone, 49-0.
Yeah, right. Yeah, he looks solid. I mean, not like good like me or nothing, but like
that'll be exciting for the
I am
trials. Yeah,
I'm interested to see where like his whole deal lands, like where he trains, or like, I mean, he's obviously a phenomenal wrestler, and yeah, it is every once in a while he'll like drop one of these like sane, rational like Twitter posts.
Yeah,
but something's brewing. You know it. Let's see.
The RAF. It's just the announcement we did earlier. I didn't realize we had a whole slide.
Oh, for exciting matchup. I mean,
but I was wondering if he's going to rep Mexico or not. Because there's like a real reason to do that for Worlds, because it's like an easier way to make a team.
Right.
But for Real American Freestyle, I was like, I don't know. I want to see like how he comes out.
I feel like they have to. I mean, they had like Cardenas listed as Cuba, right? He was like, they didn't really, but they didn't play into it, right? They didn't like make it
Right.
a thing for sure. So definitely right, a little bit different there. All right, well,
Oh,
cool.
and hold on, we got to do the Spencer Lee AI roast.
What do you got? Where is it? Did you put it in there?
Well, I'm going to read it because I asked ChatGPT to write a roast of Spencer Lee at the World Championships. And
Oh,
this is what
okay.
ChatGPT came up with.
All right, let's hear it.
Yo, Spence.
Well, hold on. This is post world's results.
Yeah, post Worlds.
Okay.
Post Worlds.
I got it. I'm listening.
All right. Yo, Spence. I didn't even know they handed out participation medals at Worlds, but congrats on earning one the hard way. AI.
That's the AI humor, huh?
That's AI humor.
Yeah, I feel like it's a difficult thing, to pull off the humor. It's tricky.
I felt almost bad asking AI to do that, but then I won't do that for any college athletes. But these are real professional athletes now, and
They are right.
they're going to get roasted on late night TV.
Yeah, they're fair game.
That's when we know we made it.
They are definitely. Oop, I'm on the wrong one. Hold on for a second here. There we go. That's better. All right. Well, awesome. Thanks for hanging out, Roy. What do we got going on for the rest of the week?
The rest of the week for me, I'm going to go over to Marin, do some dancing.
Nice. I think I'm done with 4 a.m. starts after Friday, so that's going to be super awesome. But yeah, I don't have other than that, I got a lot of waking up, a couple more days of waking up at 4 a.m. So we didn't talk a lot about the women and Greco starting up as well. Women have not had a great tournament up to this point, but did get a gold in the bronze. So, yeah, it's been slightly disappointing to this point. So maybe we'll get into that a little bit next week. Maybe not. So, all right. Give me 1 second here. You gonna do it or am I gonna do it?
I'll do it.
Thanks for watching, everybody. What do you got to say, Roy?
Toe the line in everything you do. QuadR out.
QuadR out.